Well, I had fun doing this, I can tell you. Now, yeah, that's the Jagdtiger for you. Um, I think it's a fantastic vehicle, and it was sort of an intro for today's gameplay with post commentary. One little thing before we go into the gameplay itself: please, under no circumstances, tell other people that the TU4, the B-29, or the G8 and 1 are something like a Death Star. They are not. Okay, they are maybe, I don't know, some sort of pew pew ships, but there are no Star Destroyers or Death Stars. This thing here, that's more like it, as you saw in the intro. And everybody who always refers to planes being Death Stars, well, there's something wrong with his mind, and that's a very polite description of mine. Nevertheless, let's go on with the gameplay. So, welcome to the domination on Tunisia. This map is always strange to play for me. I never have a really good feeling for it, but on the other hand, this is not a map that I dislike. To this day, I think it's down to, me not getting the real grip for it. I mean, to be honest, there are possibilities for any type of tank, and we will see how the Jagdtiger does on Tunisia. Well, we have 3 cap circles, and I decided to go for the left one, as often you see sniper duels, and this is what I'm looking for. Going into the city is not the best thing to do with this tank, in my opinion, if you have the option to go into long range engagements. And also in the middle you're too exposed. While we have fantastic armor all around compared to other vehicles, well, yeah, one shot is sometimes enough. I saw that this T-44 got blown up by a Walker Bulldog, and I do some sort of reverse side scraping around the corner. I see him, I aim for him, he missed his shot, I correct my position and counted on his greed, and that's my first kill. I then go into this position and think to myself, well, what can you do from here? When people see a Jagdtiger, they often, say, nope, I'm out of here, and they just don't show themselves. And can you blame them? No. When this tank is top tier, it's a real force. It's a force of nature, so to say. You just have a damn hard time against a good Jagdtiger player. Am I a good Jagdtiger player? Well, I want to think of myself as such, but we will see. Now I see that C gets decapped, and I make the decision to go for C itself in close quarters combat. But then I see this T-32, and then I use the force. Watch this. that was one shot and a half. Well, yeah. Front plate of the T-34, T-32, sorry, even angled. Yeah, this is a Jagdtiger. Was it a 1 kilometer shot? I believe so. And yeah, this is a good tip. Don't go too close to the obstacle, as you need a little bit of room. And I see that there are no targets. Then there are still no targets, and then I see, oh, poor guy. Let's call it overkill. Yeah, And at this point, I think I've done my duty here. I'm reversing, but I don't feel comfortable in this position as I have sort of feeling that I get outflanked, um, at least after a while. Now I'm reversing here so that for where the opponents I know are, I show them my best armor, and as you can see, the reverse spear in the reverse speed in a straight line isn't too bad, is it? So at this point, I practically think I'm far enough and safe enough, and I begin to turn. And as you can see, while the turning speed isn't horrible, it is one of the slowest in the game, I guess. Please notice that this tank is also fully upgraded. But even stock, this thing is a monstrosity. And yeah, now begins a funny part of the game, so to say. Because I'm actually in a position that you should not go into. I'm practically alone within enemy lines. As you can see, there is this jumbo, and I actually know at this distance he has even a hard time penetrating me from the rear. But there is a T-34-85, and good night, sunshine. I see to my left that there are still two targets. There is this PT-76. Yeah, shooting the front of a Jagdtiger. That's cute. Please play. Yeah, please play. Please pay attention to what's happening now. I over-penetrate him, so the fuse doesn't go off, because the armor is too weak, and I load HE. And I see that there's just simply too much going on. Especially the slugger here. I don't want to engage multiple targets on multiple angles. So I go back actually in the position where I was before, and I saw this enemy King Tiger. And remember, I have HE loaded. Yep. And remember the PT-76? I have no idea why I got this kill. But it doesn't matter. Suddenly this panther feels very lonely. And sadly, just before I can reload, he reverses far enough so that I can't hit him anymore. But now I've tasted the blood. I want more. I want a bit more. And I follow him. I don't have quite a gun depression. A quick, yeah, reversing gives me enough gun depression to give him a side shot, and again, one shot. Now then, I'm again in a position we're about to win. I want some more kills. The enemy doesn't come out or doesn't want to come out. And I'm frantically looking left, right, and center if I get flanked. You know, just because you don't see somebody on the minimap doesn't mean that he is not there. And there I see this panther, and I'm not quite fast enough. And then I see this Tiger P, and yeah, his gun mantle saves him again. That's basically the dirty little secret of the King Tigers of all variants. It's the gun mantle. When you know, keep your tank moving, you have a high chance that the enemy hits your gun mantle, and the gun mantle practically is impenetrable for almost all enemy guns, even heat shells. It saved me multiple times. And I see on the radar that there are two in front of me, and I knew that this panther had flanked me, but there is still a rock that saves me. At this point I don't want to die, and I'm just waiting here. You know, if the enemy wants to come out to play, I'm here. And yeah, this panther doesn't feel like coming out. and I'm thinking about attacking him, but there is not much time left. And watch this. He shot, and then he drives in front of my gun, and that was my 8th kill. And that's the game. Now, it didn't take too long, did it? Well, let's have a quick look at the post-game results, and we can see that come on, load faster. Yeah, that I was first in team, 8 kills, 56,000 silver lines, and 4,230 research points. So, yeah, I think that's a good to average result, depending on how good you think you are. And 2,426 score points are not too shabby either. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the intro. Please share it with your friends. Give this video a like, as it really helps me out. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And yeah, see you next time.